This Holi, I made some very delicious khajas at home. These crispy layered sweet puffs turned out super yummy, and in this video I'll show you how you can easily make them at home. So let's begin. To make these khaja, you'll be needing refined flour or maida. Here I'm taking 2 cups of maida. Depending upon the amount of khajas that you wish to make, the quantity of ingredients can always be adjusted. With 2 cups of maida, I made around 18 to 20 pieces of khaja, which is good enough for me. Now into the maida, I am adding a pinch of salt, and with salt, I'll be adding 4 tablespoons of oil, 3 to 4. If you want to make anything crispy, add refined oil, and if you want to make anything khasta, add ghee. Since khajas are super crispy, I am adding oil. Before adding water to the flour, just mix oil and salt well with the flour till it reaches breadcrumb texture. How to know if your flour and your oil ratio is correct? To reaching the breadcrumb texture, pour some flour and oil mix in your fist. If it retains the shape and on simple touch breaks like damp sand, that means your ratio is perfectly fine. If it doesn't retain the shape, it means your oil is less and you need to add more oil. And if it doesn't break, that means it has too much of oil and you need to add a little more flour. Need a very soft but tight dough. That means add very less water. Add water only if it is required. Here I've taken half cup of water. I'm adding water very gradually. I would end up using only 1/3 cup of water. Look at the dough I just kneaded. It is full of cracks, has uneven texture, but this is exactly what we want. Please do not add more water and let this dough rest for 20 to 30 minutes. By the time our dough is resting, let's prepare for the chashni. Here we do not want a 1 string or 2 string chashni. हमें 1 तार या 2 तार वाली चाशनी नहीं चाहिए. We just want a simple sugar syrup, so we're gonna make one. For the sugar syrup, I am taking 2 cups of water and same amount of sugar. Just for mild essence, I am adding some rose water here. If you want to add some other essence, you can do that. You can also add some chopped pistas and kesar for the flavor or the color. For first 5 minutes of cooking this syrup, keep the heat on high and stir continuously so your sugar does not stick to the bottom of the pan. Once the sugar is dissolved, you can keep the flame medium to low and let it cook for next 5 to 7 minutes. Add half teaspoon of lemon juice to prevent crystallization. Once the syrup is done, we'll keep it aside and start working on our dough. Now it's the time to convert our dough into delicious khajas. After the rest period, we are going to knead our dough for 3 to 5 minutes. I'm done kneading the dough. Now I'm dividing this dough into 2 smaller parts and I'll further divide them into 5 smaller parts. I'm rolling the smaller portions of the dough into rotis. My roti is not goal, but if you're able to make goal roti out of this dough, then aapko salam hai. The roti doesn't have to be very thick or it doesn't have to be very thin. A thicker roti will take a lot of time to cook. So I think it has to be somewhere around a half a millimeter in thickness. That would be good enough. Not more than that or not less than that. Once all 5 rotis are rolled, it is time to layer them onto each other. And here's a trick. Start with flouring the workspace. On goes the roti. On the roti, apply some oil as required. Sprinkle some corn flour and not maida. Repeat the process on all 5 rotis. trick was to use corn flour instead of maida. Corn flour will absorb all the moisture between the two rotis and it will also add to the crispiness. Don't forget to apply corn flour and oil on the last layer as well. Just a small note, if you don't wish to make a 5-layer khaja, you can also make a 3-layer khaja. Now that the layering is done, it is time to roll the layers into a thick roll. Here I made a small mistake which I'll show you in a minute, so you too do not repeat this mistake. To seal the layers, apply water to the edge of the layers before completely rolling them in. Now my mistake was I should have applied water to all the layers as soon as I reached halfway. But instead I applied only to the last layer, that too in the end, and as a result some of my khajas opened while frying. But no worries, I rectified my mistake in the second batch and I applied water all the layers as soon as I reached halfway. Once everything is rolled, it is time to cut your roll into smaller portions. Now thickness of the portions depend on the thickness of khaja you want, so there is no hard and fast rule here. I'm cutting the portions somewhere between half to 1 centimeter. Before we fry khajas, we give them a shape and flatten them a bit. To give market-like shape to the khajas, all you have to do is take a khaja piece, press it in center with your thumb. This will give it a boat-like shape and finally roll the khaja lengthwise. Length of khaja again is your personal preference. Now it is time to fry the khajas. Make sure the oil is medium hot. If it is too hot, it will only cook the outer layer of the khaja and the inner will remain uncooked. We want the khajas to be thoroughly cooked. Frying khajas will take somewhere around 10 to 15 minutes per batch. This is that same batch which I showed you where I made the mistake. And now you can see while frying, some of the khajas have opened up. Their first layer is coming off. In a minute I will show you how I rectified my mistake and how you actually have to seal the layers before you fry them. Here's my second batch. And now what I am doing here is, after rolling them till midway, I will apply water on the edges of all the layers, all the rotis, so that they stick to each other and seal themselves. Khajas are now golden brown in color and they have almost stopped bubbling. That is how we know that they are almost done. The water has dried up. So it is now time to dip them in the syrup. To top my khajas, I am crushing some pistachios. You can also chop some almonds, or you can just skip this step. This is absolutely optional. Time want to dip our khajas in the sugar syrup, we don't want khajas to be soggy like gulab jamuns or soak up all the syrup like jalebi. We want them to be coated with sugar syrup but not soaked in it. So we won't be dipping the khajas for more than 5 to 10 seconds, and when you dip them in the sugar syrup, please make sure that they are well coated. Before the sugar syrup dries, top your khajas with the dry fruit of your choice. This is an optional step as I mentioned earlier because in general khajas have more dry fruit on top of them. So my beautiful khajas are ready. There's so many sweets that we get in the market and we think that we cannot make them at home, but actually it's very easy to make them, and khajas are one of them. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and drop in the comment section and let me know what you want me to see next. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye.